Find the domain and graph the square root function. So here's our square root function over here. F of x equals square root of x plus 2. So to find the domain, all we have to do is set the inside part to be greater than or equal to 0. Because as soon as the inside part, the radicand, is negative, then we have the square root of a negative number, which will be not in the real number system. So it's not part of the function. So this is our domain. We can solve that. X is greater than or equal to negative 2 by subtracting 2 from both sides. And the interval notation for that is negative 2 close bracket to infinity open. Okay, now let's go ahead and graph some points. Here's our function, here's our x, here's our function. Starting at negative 2 because that's the lowest number that we have in the domain. Negative 2, we plug it in, negative 2 plus 2. Square root of 0 is 0. Just plug all these numbers in, work it out. Square root of 1 is 1. Plug in 0, 0 plus 2, square root of 2. For graphing purposes, it's about 1.4 roughly. Then 1 plugs in there. 1 plus 2 is 3. Square root of 3 is about 1.7 roughly. 2, 2 plus 2. 4, square root of 4 is 2. 7, 7 plus 2 is 9 in there. That's why I used 7, because I knew it was going to come out to be a nice square root, which is 3. Now let's plot all those points over here on our graph. So here's all our points over here that we plotted from the points that we obtained from the chart. And now we're going to connect them through with a smooth curve. And so there's our curve that was drawn in there. It's a very slow rising function, the square root. And all this inside part does is start us off at a different place. Now let's do a calculator check. So we go down here and we see, put our function in, then graph it, and we see we get the same graph as we did up here. So this checks out with this.